Hello there, HDpiano. Great to see you today. My name is JC. Today I've got a Christmas song for you. This is Mary Did You Know by Mark Lowry. And in this section, I'm going to teach you how to play the intro, which sounds a little something like this. Here's a little teaser of verse 1. All right, so you know what to look forward to over in part 2, because right here in this part 1 section, I'm going to be showing you how to play the intro. But to watch part 2 and all the other sections, you're going to want to head out to HDpiano.com, where you're going to find this and hundreds of other great songs that are available for you right now. We've got a lot of other Christmas songs there too, so we hope you'll come find us there. Now listen, before we get started, I've got a quick question for you guys. Of everyone that I know who loves this song, Mary Did You Know, everybody has a favorite line. My favorite is the very end, where it talks about how the blind will see and the deaf will hear and all the miracles that'll happen. But I want to hear from you guys. What's your favorite line in this song, Mary Did You Know? Drop a comment below the video. I'd love to hear from you guys. Now listen, before we dig in, I want to let you know we're in the key of C minor, and that's going to be the same key signature as E flat major. So we're dealing with 3 flats today. We've got E flat, A flat, and B flat to watch out for, all right? And we're just going to dig right in with that first phrase that goes like this. And what that is, it starts on a G in the left hand, and it's on the and of 2. 1, 2, and. And then in the right hand, we grab this middle C, and we walk it up to E flat, and we play the E flat twice. Now, the second time we play that E flat, it's on the and of 4, and it's going to tie over to the 1 of the next bar. 4 and 1. And then on beat 1, we play C in the left hand down here. So the E flat happens just before C. So it's ba-dum, ba-dum. Okay? Now after that, we immediately jump up to this C. So C, C. And what you're doing is created this arpeggiation effect. So you're going to play C and C in the left hand, and then G and middle C in the right hand. So. Okay, that's the first phrase. And then after that, you've got this. So that's G, E flat, and D. Now this is going to repeat what just happened on the previous phrase, which is that this is going to be on the and of 4, and it ties over to beat 1 in the next bar. And on beat 1, we play this B flat. So it's going to go ba-dum, just like before. So, okay. Now we're going to do what we did before. We're going to go B flat, and then the right hand, B flat, E flat, D, and C. So it looks like this. Here it is. Now, just like the other 2 times, this C is on the and of 4, and it ties over to beat 1 of the next bar. And we're going to, on beat 1, play A flat and C in the left hand. So again, ba-dum. Ba-dum. Now we're going to hold these 3 notes for an entire bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now the next phrase starts, and what we're doing is we're moving up an octave and playing the same melody we just played before, only we're adding some harmony notes. So after we hold this for an entire bar, 1, 2, and we're going to go. All right, so the G is in the right hand this time, and we're going to play the G on the and of 2 and 3. So on beat 3, we're going to play E flat and C, and then we're going to move up to F and D, and then G and E flat, and we play it twice. And this is on the end of 4, and guess what? It's going to tie over again to the next bar, and we're going to have that still playing on beat 1 of the next bar, where our left hand will meet us with a C. So, ba-da-bum, okay? Now listen, that part right there, you've just got to move your hand up on the keyboard to get ready to play that E flat. If you don't, you might miss it. And the fingers I recommend are 1 and 5, 1 and 5, and then 1 and 4. Okay? Now after that, we're going to play this arpeggio in our left hand. And we're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So on beat 4, we move up to the E flat. So we hold that D for a good while. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay? Now just after we play that D, we're going to play the G again in the right hand. Ba-da-da. G, G and E flat, F, and D. Now that G and E flat is on beat 4, and it's when we play our E flat in the left hand. Together, okay? So it's always good to note when the hands are together and when they're not. It always helps with rhythm. Together, okay? But it's just for a brief second there. All right, now after that, we've played that F and D, and it's on the end of 4, and it ties over the next bar. And then on beat 1, we're going to grab this B flat. So the same effect is happening again, right, left. Right, left. Okay? Now on the left hand, we're going to play the same arpeggiated pattern, B flat, F, B flat, C, and D. But this time it's just straight, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And that D is a half note. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So let's talk about the right hand. All right, so on the on beat 2, we're gonna play F, and on the end of 2, we're gonna play G and E flat. All right, and then on the next one is F and D, and then the next notes are E flat and C, which is the end of 4. Here we go. Ba da ba bum, ba 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 bum, da da ba bum, ba 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 bum. Okay. So that bar right there is probably gonna be the hardest one because we gotta practice the hands, the coordination between the hands. So that G and E flat lands together with the left hand C. Then we play D in the left hand, F and D in the right hand. So just practice that to know where the hands are together when they're not. Together, together. So B flat and F, C, G, and E flat are together. Together, together, separate, separate. Okay? Now after that, we go to the E flat and the C on the end of 4, and just like all the other times, it ties over to bar 1, to beat 1 of the next bar, and then we're gonna arpeggiate our left hand on beat 1 with that A flat. So it's gonna go ba-dum, right, left. Right, left. And the left hand's gonna play A flat, E flat, A flat, B flat, and middle C. And middle C is a half note that lands on beat 3, and it goes throughout the rest of the bar. 2 and 3 and 4, and then it's gonna tie over to beat 1 of the next bar and hold the entire bar. Now on beat 1, you're gonna reach up here and grab this E flat and C. Watch this. 4 and 1. Now that's a half note. We play it for 2 beats, and then we immediately come down here and we pick up our verse. Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know? And now we're in our verse. So that's been a whole lot of information, a whole lot of notes, and a whole lot of rhythms. So I'm going to go through the entire intro very slowly for you guys so you can watch it as many times as you need to, and then we'll come back and do it at tempo. Here we go. 1, 2, and... All right, so that's the intro in slow motion. Let me give that to you one more time at tempo, and you'll be all set, guys. And listen, be sure to go back, rewind, pause, watch the sections you need to watch as many times as you need to, and you'll be all set with this intro and ready to play the verse. And I can tell you now that this intro sounds a lot more complex than it is. There's a lot of intricacies, but once you get it in your hands, you know how they go back and forth together, you'll have no trouble. All right, here it is at tempo. Now, before we go on, it's worth mentioning that the dynamics is really what makes this so special. it builds and it comes back down at the right time. Build, build, and now we're at the pinnacle. Now we're soft again. And now build, now back down to soft. Build it up, back down. All right, so without me talking, here's the whole thing at tempo. All right, guys, so that's been the intro of Mary Did You Know? I've enjoyed this first video with you guys. I hope you have too. Be sure to drop a comment below, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We always love to hear from you guys. Come find us on social media so we can interact with you. And I hope to see you for part 2 of this particular song over at HDpiano.com, home of the hybrid piano lesson. My name is JC. See you next time.